Okay, Daniel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Daniel, how was the classes so far?
The class is fine so far.
Okay. Was the homework difficult?
I couldn't understand the flashlight exercise actually.
Okay, I like that. Yes. So, okay. May I know if you have tried to use ChatGPT?
No, I haven't.
Okay, that's excellent. Um, are you able to share your screen and then we talk about it?
Oh yeah, sure.
There's no- Okay, but let me first understand from you. So, how did you solve the first exercise? Because there was two of them, right?
Again?
There was two exercises so far that I gave to you. One,
Okay.
um, so one for the acronym and the second for the flashlight. So actually, both of them almost using the same concept, maybe slightly different, but so are you able
Okay.
first to share with me how did um, you solve the first exercise?
Okay, so first I used the I asked the user to enter the first three words.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, random access memory, right?
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I started using the string word one from character at the zero position in the each word.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And then after I convert the acronym to come uppercase, the first letter of the word, so that every time what's it called? The product at the end product, you will receive all uppercase letter at the end. So the acronym is, for instance, random access memory, RAM, like that.
okay, that is totally fine. Okay, now I want to understand from you. So when you ask the user to enter three words, may I know from you if you ever try to, okay, no, let me put it this way. Can you take this word one and then put zero there and try to print it out using the print? So I want you to come here, use this print and print out for me word one at position or at index zero.
This one.
Yes, you, so I want to print out that exactly that. Tell me why you are stuck. Okay.
Wait,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so may I know why this appears like that?
Because it's inside the double quotation.
Excellent. Okay, can you modify it so that it doesn't have double quotation? Okay.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, so it print for me all the word, right?
Yeah,
I mean this. So okay, but I only wanted one character. So if I want to use a substring to bring the first character from random, so I will be able to do that using the substring that you use.
maybe
It's okay. Don't worry about the spelling. If it's correct or not, it's fine.
yeah,
Okay. So how? Okay. So now you know this is also a way, right?
yeah. So
So you managed to get it. Okay, that's good. Okay, I will leave this exercise. Let us go back. So I think from what I see, it's okay. And I like that you also install the application so that
intelligent.
yes, okay, that's good. So now may may you please open the flashlight exercise?
The flash exercise, I couldn't understand what the question want actually. Is it that they want the string flashlight and then what's it called? I call out each word of the word from that.
Yes,
Is that
they
correct?
want you to get out. They want you to get out so giving an input which is a flashlight word. He wants you to extract using substring each of those um, characters or part of the flashlight sentence. So this is the main thing here. So okay, now let me. Okay,
So
so
did I do it correct?
yes, actually it is correct. But I mean, if you didn't understand, then how did you do it? Or this is you get
Uh,
help?
no, I just did. Firstly, I just did what I think you want actually, because at first I doesn't understand the question, and
Oh,
then that's the reason. First, I understand the question, then I read back and just do the and just do the one because at first I thought you wanted to what's it called call out from the words to create flashlight. That's the first time. That's the first thing that I thought. And
oh,
then when I see the words says that okay that can be because every word has each word, so that can be right. So that's then I just do the what I just use the string flashlight and then just call out the words as intended to. That's it.
okay. So May I know if you used here this character at, are we able to replace it with substring or no?
Yeah, I think so.
So you are getting here fast, right?
Yeah.
So fast is, where exactly is it from here? And why do you need to add plus plus like that? May I know? Any idea?
Because I wanted to what's it called, to bring out to bring out the word from each letter from the word flashlight to the word fast. That's why good.
Okay, but why didn't you use one substring to bring them all?
So maybe because I want to understand it better, I use it one by one so I can search. I can search each word. That's why I
Okay,
didn't use substring.
so is it, so this fast? Can you point to me where is the letters of the fast here in the flashlight? Can you point out to me?
The first one,
Okay, and
then A, S, and T at the back.
okay, so they are not, so it means that you have to bring them in a separate way.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question now is that you managed to get that here using substring. So are you able to do the same here? For example, if you want to get the T, how are you going to get the T? Using substring, if you
Using
want.
substring if I
Mm.
want to get the T. So I use substring from um it's called 0 to 10. So I'm using substring.
So T is at position 9,
Oh, T is execution. Okay, I wrong. Okay. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we're counting
Yeah.
from 0, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, now how to bring position 9 in using a substring. So if you want to construct, if you use a method substring, what you're going to, and to replace that and use substring, how are you going to get the T?
So so I use substring 0 to 9.
You can try,
0.
please. Okay, run and see. Okay, so he runs only the one in the main. So interesting. So fast does not become fast. It become FLA and then flashlight. And then even the T also does not bring.
Then I bring out I bring out one number, 9.
Okay, try.
Then I bring out flat.
So you managed to bring the T, but it seems that you are still bringing something that does not belong to here. So we only want to bring the F, and the T is correct, the A also correct, but we are missing the S and we having extra L. So can we modify that to be able to bring?
We can. So substring 1 to 3. I have to change this.
Okay, that's good.
This.
No problem in try and error. You can, I mean, many of us understand programming just by try and error, so it's fine. Okay, so we removed L, but we still have a problem. We don't have the S. So F, L, okay.
All right.
Excellent. Yes, that's really good. Yeah. May I ask you if you add here? Oh, I mean, yes, I know that very well that what you did here is correct. But may I ask you, if you put 9 and then you put beside it 10, will that give you exactly what you are writing here? That will bring the same result? What do you think? So here, you put only 9. So
Okay.
if you put beside it 10, will that work or no?
I'm not sure.
Okay, you can try.
Maybe. Oh,
Does it work?
yeah, it will.
Okay. Any idea why it works? Even though we don't have a 10?
Because it doesn't have any value, right?
Um,
The 10 case.
no, I would like to highlight that to you again. So here's the F, and this is at 0. And here is the T, and this is at 9. The 10 is outside our string. Okay? The point here that the way that substring works, so you always have to give it, so if you want to only bring one letter, this is excluded. It means that they don't count it. But for them to know that you need one letter, if you put 9 and 9, they don't accept, they return an empty string. So if you put only 9 and then 9, they will bring you an empty string. But if you want, for example, if you want get the F, so you have to put 0 and 1. If you want to bring any letter, you have to, so this always have to be, so if this is I, if you put here, this is I, so this will be I plus 1 for it to work. Okay, for example, can you replace that please with a substring? Okay. Yeah, put it 0 and run and see. Okay, oh, excellent. Okay, fine, fine. You put 0 and 1, it's excellent. Yes. Run, please. So it is
Yeah.
it's still the same. It's still bringing you the F, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you put 0 only, what will happen? Can you run? So it doesn't work, right? It is
Yeah.
messed up. Am I right?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, can you put 0 and 0, please? What is happening here when you put 0 and 0?
It doesn't read
It doesn't read F. It doesn't return
yeah.
F, right?
Yeah.
So we cannot, if we want to bring one letter, we have to point out to the index of the letter and the one after it. Only then we will read the letter. If we put 0 and 0, it will bring nothing. Okay? Is that clear to you?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so I think by then we are able to continue.
Should I stop sharing or?
Yes, please stop sharing. I will start to share from my side. Okay. And up 6 here. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, yes.
Did we ever explain index of?
Um, yeah, I think. Yeah, I think explaining index.
Okay. So if you don't mind, can you please read that here?
Return index where the start of given string appears in the string, -1 if not found.
So index of, it means that it will search the string that is giving as an input. And so we are searching a string for a specific part of it. So if we have a string, for example, like that, so what is our main string here? Sorry. This is S1 is the main string. So this is S1. So we calling on S1, we are searching inside it for I. So we look for I inside here. Do we find I here? How many times do we find I?
3 times, 2 times.
2 times, right?
Yeah,
Here, here, and here, right?
yeah.
Okay, so that's why he returned only the first position. He doesn't return the second position. Okay, so again, um, so it now do you understand what this index of find do or find to us?
So you find out the position of the string, right?
Yes, the string inside. Yes, inside the calling one. So if S1 is the main string, we find I inside the main string. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so now we have gram. So it means that we don't only search for one character, but we can also search for many characters like gram. So gram is find inside here or no?
Yeah, can be found inside S1 programming.
Okay, and what about high? Can you find high, this one?
No, can't.
So it returns -1. So if you don't mind, are you able please to print this? Can you write these 3 lines in your interpreter?
I have to bring out string 1, right?
Yes, you have to write string 1, else it will not run because it will search for S1, it will not find it. Any problem so far? I can't really hear you.
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Writing the last code. Okay, yeah, I can run.
Okay. So everything is fine. Everything is clear. I move to the next.
Yeah, everything is clear.
Okay. One thing we need to discuss here is that if we want to check equality between two strings like that, so we created here string A and string B, and one have hello like that, one have hello with a capital H. Okay, so I would like to highlight to you that normally we use equals method. So we use equals like that. So if we want to check if A equal B, we call equals method on A and we pass B here like that. So if they are exactly the same, they will return true. If not, then they will return false. So if you see here, because of this H, so this is different. So this equals will return false. But with A, and when we pass the exact string like that, then it will return true for us. Huh? So is that clear or not clear? And also, I would like you to create. So first of all, I would like you to define these two strings, A and B. That is one thing. And then I would like you to put them in a print statement and say, is it A like that equal B? And in another print statement, I would like you to say hello equal hello. So this is in a print statement. Oops. Are you able to follow up with me?
Yeah.
Is it difficult what I'm saying?
What you mean is why the first one you want equals to be A?
Okay, so did we try to write before this equal? Did we use it before? This equal?
Yeah, I understand what equals mean.
Okay.
It means that you want the code to come out as the same as what we input, right?
No, equal to check the equality. This is testing equality. It means that so if we say x and y, we check if both sides of this equal is actually have equal value. So you are able to check that maybe if this is integer, even also this is possible. If this is string, it's also possible. So you are able to check both sides are actually having the same content or same value. So you are able to check if x, so if x equal 5 and y equal 10, you are able also to do that and print it out. So that will print you out true or false. So this is the main reason that I write equal equal like that. But never mind, let us go step by step. The first step is, can you write that first? Can you define string A and string B?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, both come out false.
Um, both come out false. Are you talking about so are you talking about these two
Oh no,
or here?
the one that you just want me to write.
This one, these two.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. The both come up with false, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you change the content here from H capital to H small?
The first one is true, the other one is false.
Okay, so this is definitely false. Am I right? I mean,
Yeah.
we know very well that because they are different. And if the content of those two variables are the same, then they will be true. If not, then they will be false. So we know what now how, if we have two strings, how to check them if they are equal or not, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but there is some trick. Can I ask you please to write that line equals using the equals method?
Yeah, it says true.
It stays true. Okay, can you change back string B to make it H capital and run again?
False.
Okay, is that clear to you what we are doing so far? Or
Right.
you are confused in the middle?
So you show me there are two ways of doing this, right? One we do
Yes.
the equal sign, another with the
Yeah,
equal method, the equal method. Right.
exactly. So I would like you also to define maybe integer x equal 5 and integer y equal 10. So you define two integer variables, x and y. And I would like you to print uh, a statement that check the equality of x and y and see what is going to print it out.
Using which method?
We don't use equals with integers. So we don't use this method. Let me see. Let me see. So this method equals, we use it only with a string. We cannot use it with other with integers, but we are able to use the equal, this equal operator. the equality operator. We are able to use it with any other data types. Okay, so you're able to check character with character. You are able to check integer with integer. You are able to check boolean with boolean. So I just want you to print line for this. But of course, you cannot do that until you define X and Y. Else he will tell you he does not know what is X and what is Y.
Okay.
Is that confusing to you?
No, yeah, I understand perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it false.
You got a false. If you make them both equal, like 10 and 10 or 5 and 5, will you get true or no?
Yeah, I got true.
Okay, so just again, equals can only be used with strings. And I will show you now when do we need this equals. So this equality can work with normal string, yes, but there is one flaw in this method. So sometimes this equality check for strings will not work. It will work for integers and other data types. Only with strings we need to worry. And that's why it is more safe to always use this equals. So if you want me to choose and I tell you the most safe is to always use equals. Don't use equal like that with strings. Use it with other data types like integers, characters, even double numbers also can, but not with strings. So I will tell you why now. Because string actually inside it, string actually is not a normal data type. It is a complex data type, and we create it from objects. We didn't study yet objects, but did you hear about classes and objects before in your previous studies?
Class objects. Yeah, I think I heard it before.
Okay, so the most complex way that we are able to create a string is we create it with something called new operator. When we create a string like that, so we have many ways to create a string. The way that you use just now is to just assign hello to a variable of type string, and then it will do the job for us. But there is more ways that we didn't go into details. This way, it's a more complex way. It is treating a variable as an object of type string. It's not a normal variable. It is treating it as an object. So object cannot be checked for equality like that. We cannot use. So again, sometimes different programmers will use different way to define a string variable. At the moment, we did not go into details into what is an object and what is a class. But what I want you to catch out from what I say is that if we define a string using the new keyword, you must use equals. So it is safe always to, when you're checking equality between two strings, to always use equals. If you use that, you don't need to really worry the programmer used new or just a normal method. So now let me try to understand from you. What did you catch out and what is too difficult to grab?
Mhm.
It's confusing, is it?
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit confusing.
Okay. Can you first try out this code and then I will try to simplify the matter to you? So now you are defining A and B again, but using a different way. And don't write this extra semicolon. Just now you defined A and B, right?
Yeah.
Two strings, okay.
Yeah, I got
You got
I
the
got the
result?
same output. Yeah, I got the result.
Okay, so you got here false. So even though you tried previously to check the equality for A and B, and it works when you was putting hello inside, right?
Yeah,
Can you remember? But why here doesn't work?
because of the new string.
Because you defined A and B using a more complex method, and this complex method treats A not like a normal variable of data type string. It is treating it as an object. This have a lot of discussion and explanation to go behind, but I am not going to enter that now because that will be the next slide. So I don't want to confuse you with more details here. But what I want to say, the difference between this slide and the previous slide, this equality check that we used here, the difference between here and the slide where you have a new is the way that we define the string here. So here, this is a simple way that we define a string, A and B. But when we use new, this is a complex way. And we are not treating A as just a normal variable. When we're using new, we treat this A as an object. So this is the only explanation that I will give you at the moment. So if you see new, you can never use equality. It doesn't work. It will not work. It will give you false, even though both of them contain high. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you must use equals method, not the equality check. So, okay. Now, what is the takeaway from all these things that we have been talking? The takeaway, if you want to check two string variables, if they are equal or not, the safest and to not to worry about this new or even this method is to always use equals. So if you want to check for equality between two string variables, always use equals. That will take away the burden that you have to check what is new and why is it not working, why does it work, or things like that. Okay. Does this takeaway simplify the matter or it's still confusing to you?
Yeah, it's simplify the matter.
Okay.
So to be safe, if I'm using string, I should always use the equal method, right?
Yes. This is, yeah, that is true and correct. Yes. So, okay, now I will stop here. I will share something slightly different with you. Let me see here. Yes, it is here. Okay. So do you see my screen? So far, I believe you are able to see it. Have you seen the ASCII table before?
No, I haven't.
So, okay, this ASCII table, sorry, it is using a blue background, so maybe it is not very clear. What I want to say that inside the computer, we only recognize ones and zeros, okay? So if we recognize ones and zeros, this is called binaries. So a group of ones and zeros like that is called binary. Did you take or did you learn about binary and hexadecimal before? Hex?
I learned about binary, hex. I'm not so sure.
Okay. So every single number. So did you hear about denary before?
No, I haven't.
So denary is exactly like decimal numbers. So decimal numbers is the one that you deal with when you are dealing with the normal mathematics. So any numbers from 0 until whatever you deal with in the mathematics is called, in programming, we call it denary number. Okay. So every character that we have on the keyboard, it have a decimal representation, because at the end of the day, this A and whatever character you're dealing with, the computer does not understand it. The computer is a dumb machine. It is really a dumb machine. Our programs that we write as a programmers make it smart. So they find a way to actually store or represent characters, but they have to do it with a thing that the computer can understand. Computer can understand numbers, and numbers can be represented as ones and zeros. So if I want to tell you if I have 0, 0, 0 like that, and then 0, 0, 1 like that, and 0, 1, 0. This is in binary. Have you got any idea what is the, so this is a binary. This is binary. Any idea what this binary number represents in decimal? Or I need to give you a refreshment or reminder?
000. Does it mean null?
So this 0, 0 in binary represent 0 in denary. 0, 0, 1 represent
Represent one.
1, and 0, 1, 0 represent 2. Okay, so actually there is a science behind it. There is a mathematical calculation behind that. Every position, so again, this 0, 0 we are able to represent. If I tell you 0, 1, 1, I am representing 3. So how is that? There is a mathematical thing behind it. I can, it's up to you. If you want me to explain why is that, I can explain that. If you don't want to go into deep details, also it's fine. But what I want to say, the takeaway, of course, I'm not teaching you binary, but of course you could be in a position or a programming position where you need to know the difference, the details difference between binary and denary. There might be. Not every programmer need to deal with that. Certain type of programmers, if you are dealing with hardware, if you are programming software that works on hardware, like embedded system, like, for example, maybe you are in a factory that builds software for coffee machines or for TVs or for washing machines or even for cars. So yes, then you have to deal with, you have to understand very well binary and denary and even hex. Okay, but a normal programmer will not very hard, I mean, very little chance that you will need to know the difference between binary and binary. So if you prefer, I can explain that. That is easy, not difficult. Okay. But what I want to say in summary, binary is understood by the machines, by hardware. Denary is understood by us as a human. So we know 1, 2, 3, 4 until maybe terabytes, until millions, millions of millions, or even billions. We are able to understand that as a human. But binary is understood by machines. Machines or computer from inside does not understand about any decimal point. So we choose, and also does not understand about strings. So strings like and characters like A, B, C until Z cannot be stored inside the PC or the hardware as A. It have to be stored as a number. And any binary number like that can be represented as a binary ones and zeros. Did you catch what I said, or is very hard?
Yeah, I
Is
think
it
I
hard?
catch.
Okay. Can you tell me what did you catch so far?
I get it that each binary has has its decimal. That's C, right?
Okay.
Denary, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Denary.
You can say decimal also because both of them is the same. Decimal is
So,
known in
yeah.
mathematics, but denary is related to computer science.
Okay. So uh each binary has its own decimal, and each decimal has its own function, right?
Yes. So did we agree that the computer does not understand anything about characters?
Yeah,
So
they
everything that is stored, every text document that you store inside your computer cannot be stored as characters. It have to be stored as numbers because only numbers can be converted to ones and zeros.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
is
I
that
agree.
clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so okay, that is one thing. Um, okay, so look at this character here. So in programming, we are able to deal with ASCII characters like that. So we are able to define a character as A. No, wait. I would like to go back and just highlight to you one thing. Sorry. Okay. Yep. I would like to highlight something here. So I come here again. I just want to make you notice one thing before we leave here. So do you see the ASCII table? Do you see A capital here and Z capital? So they
Yeah.
are represented by numbers from 65 until 90. Okay. The small capitals. Okay, so the small capital letters A from A until Z, A small until Z small, are represented by a different set of values. Here, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, so once we know that A is represented by 65 as a number 65, integer value 65, so we are able to change and do some operations to print, actually to change a number to a character and character to a number. How we do that? This code will tell us how we do that. So okay, now we define a character, which is A in this case, and we do something that is called casting. So we change, we tell the computer, give us the decimal or the integer value representation of A, and you see what it will print. Okay, based on the ASCII table, it should print out 65. So this is because it's A capital. Okay, now if we have a value that is called 6, that is an integer value of 66, are we able to convert it to a character based on the ASCII table? Yes. So 66 have a value, I think it is B capital in this case, because A capital correspond to 65. So definitely B correspond to 66. So if you are talking about A small, that is 97. So do you need to memorize that? You don't need to memorize that. You only need to, I mean, that will, you can start to remember it when you keep practicing that many times, but you don't need to really remember or memorize that A small represent 97 or no. You can always refer to the ASCII table, but you need to know that there is something called ASCII table. And for every character, there is a number representing it. Because at the end, when it goes inside the machine, it needs to be stored as a number. It cannot be stored as a character. The computer does not recognize characters or ABC, or does not understand that. It only understands ones and zero. Inside the computer is electronic circuits. It can only understand it is on or off, only like that. So far, did I complicate the matter, or it is still understandable?
Yeah, it's still understandable.
Okay, can you write this code, please, and tell me if you can get A capital like I'm telling you from this code?
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so does it work for you?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, can you write, did you write all the code or only the first part?
Only the first part.
Okay, what did you get in the first part? The character is, character A is having what representation?
65.
65. Okay, that's good. Okay, can you write the second part of the code?
Okay. Yeah, the second one is 66.
Okay, so if you add, how many, no, let me see. Are you able to calculate or predict um, if you want to print Z capital, what number you need to put? So you put on the integer value 66. So if you want to print Z, so what number you need to put? Any idea?
Again, what's the question?
So okay, let me try to simplify that. So here, when you printed that here, that give you B, right? If I want to get Z, so what should I put here? So you gave 66, it give you B.
Okay.
Okay, and we know that A is at 65. So it means that if we want to increase until we reach Z, so it's just a mathematical calculation. But how much we need to add to this number?
That +1.
Only +1 to get Z? You sure? Okay, make it 67. See what it will give you.
So give us C.
Okay, put 90 and tell me what it will give to you.
Z.
90 give you Z?
Yeah. 90 give me Z.
Okay, so so this is the answer of what I asked you. So it means that the more I increase, okay, what about if you put 91? Tell me what character appears to you.
Give me the bracket character.
Okay, what about if you put here 97.
Give me this a small capital, a small letter.
Okay, if you want to get Z small, so how much you need to put? I think it's easy, right? Because if we know that from A to Z small is 26, right?
Yeah.
So if we have 26 characters and we know where this 97, where is the E small? So if we add 26 plus 97, we will be able to reach the Z small. So we can do it easy. We don't need even to calculate it. We put here 97 plus 26, and we see what is the result. Are we correct or are we wrong?
No, we actually got
Exceeded by one?
What's it called? The bracket character also.
Okay, so if we put 97 plus 26, this is the result, bracket collector?
Yeah.
Okay, can we put here 25 and see what is the result?
Yeah, we got the Z.
Okay, so it means that once we are here, we add 25 more to reach the Z small. So did I so far make it clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay, if you put here 1, what are you going to get?
A character, but I don't know what. That's the
Okay,
character.
yeah, fine. That's okay, fine, totally fine. Now have a look here again.
Null
Suppose
character.
when you, yeah, so this is, it is not very clear here what is that representation of that character, but at least, yeah, we know that when we put 1, we get this kind of character, start of heading. Line feed, we are able to get it once we put 10. Cancel, we are able to get it once we put 24. So everything in this ASCII, it have a number representation. If we get it correct, then we will get what is the character corresponding to that. Can you put 47 and tell me if you get the slash?
Yeah, I got the slash.
Okay, so you see here, this is Z, the small one, which is corresponding to 122, and the bracket that you got, you remember when we add 26 at the start, this is the bracket that you got?
Yeah.
Okay, so far is that clear what I'm trying to explain to you?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Okay, so there is another concept that you also need to understand. The computer are able to help us to generate random numbers, and you will tell me why is that important. There is many important usages of this random method that we are able to use in Java. So many times we want to do guessing. So if you want to guess a number between 0 and 10, for example, so the computer can do that for you. And if you sometimes want something to work and sometimes you don't want it to work, and you want this to be in a random manner, also you need to use this random method. Did you hear about it before? Mass.random?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so mass.random by itself, it creates you a number between a double number or a decimal number between 0 and 0 and 1.0. And this 1.0 is exclusive. So it means that we never generate 1 sharp. We always generate something that is lower than that. So let me try to write here. So I would say we generate 999. So it means that always our number will be less than 1. And we are generating something from 0.0 until 0.99. So if you ever put this exact code inside a print statement, and then tell me what do you see. This exact code here. Put it in a print statement. Can you please?
Inside print statement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it gives the random decimal number.
Okay, keep running it and tell me if it generates a different number every time you run.
Yeah.
So what did it
Yeah.
give to you?
0.51, 0.371, and 0.397.
Okay, that is good. Okay, every time you run it, it will totally give you a different number from the previous one. Okay. So, but now in reality, if I want to use that method, which is match.random, I can't use it when it is only giving me a decimal numbers between 0.0 and 0.91. What if I want to generate a random number between 1 and 10? What if I want to generate a random number between 1 and 100? So how I do that? That's quite hard because it's only giving me a decimal number that is never exceed 1. So I need to use a formula for that. Okay, the formula is like this. So here you put what is the maximum number that you want to reach. For example, 100. What is the minimum number that you want to have? 1. And then you add 1 to that, and then you make a plus to the minimum. What is the minimum? In this case, 1. So we want to generate a random number between 1 and 100. And then you write your formula like that. So you put this whole thing from here in a print statement. And then you tell me if it really gives you what it's supposed to be. This might need some modification, but let us start with that first.
Usually in the print statement, right?
Yes, please. How is it so far? Is it difficult? Any issue?
I have no problems.
Sorry, I don't really hear you very well.
Uh, I have a
Issue.
problem with issue, yeah.
Okay, can you please share your code then?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is the issue? So he say expected. Okay. So first of all, we would like to define a value. We need to put values for max and minimum. We cannot leave them without assigning values. Okay.
Okay.
So you need to put maximum is 100 and then the minimum is 1. That's the first thing. Okay. And then we try to run. Okay. So wait, let me understand. Class 4. So you have been running all the while in class 4 and there is no issue?
No.
This is the first, did you run all the codes here in class 4 in this?
Yeah. What could we learn today put inside class 4?
Okay, so can you, but you run it from here, right?
Yeah, I ran it from here.
Okay, so can you please show me what is here? He's pointing to us. Where is the issue?
His issue is on line 27.
Line 27. Okay, let me see here. Line 27. Can you make this a little bit bigger? Yep. Yep. Okay. Let me check the brackets here that you're having. I expect the brackets to be fine. Okay. I would say system.out print line. Can you uncomment that line and comment here? Yes. Uncomment here. Yes. And then run.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is working and we know that this is working totally fine. Okay, so he is not accepting the formula. Okay, are we able to please put for us? Okay, no, I would say before we start to print out that, take out whatever here.
Where?
So from this, yes. So wait. I think I got it before. So that was a way for me to actually try to figure out what is the issue. But you are missing a bracket here. Here. So you need two brackets, one for the int and one for the print statement. So try to run now. I believe you still need to put another bracket at the end here. Yeah, try to run.
Yeah, 61.
Okay, so can you try to run again, please? 25. So another one time, please, running. So every time you run, I can guarantee you 100% that you always get a number between 1 to 100. So if you follow this formula, maximum minus minimum plus 1 plus minimum, then you will get the numbers from 1 to 100. So if you want to generate values from 1 to 10, please change your maximum to 10. And run.
All right, got 10.
So run again. I want to confirm that you never get 11. So, okay. So what I want to say is that now we are able to change just by editing our formula or by editing our numbers here. We are able to change. Have you got any idea what is the reason behind the formula? Any idea?
Maybe the formula they started randomly take one number from 1 to 10. They take the minimum and the max, and then they minus and then plus 1 and then plus the minimum number that we got when the computer is calculating the result,
Okay.
right?
Yes, that is 100% correct. What you are saying is correct, 100%. But I want you to tell me now. We know that this produce either 0 or 0.999 or anything between. Am I right?
Yeah.
So okay, now assume to me. So let us calculate when we are getting, if we get 0 from mass dot random. So if you multiply 0 by anything, what is the result?
0.
Okay. And assuming that your minimum here is 1, so you add 0 plus 1, so the result is equal
1.
Okay. So it means that if your mass dot random generates the minimum possible number, which is 0, you get 1. You got 1 here. Why? Because you add the minimum here, you add it, you don't multiply it. Okay, now let us have a look. What if you get the highest number possible, which is 0.99? So where is it? It's here. So if you get that 0.999 and you say maximum, you multiply that by this formula that you are giving here. So 10 minus minimum, 10 minus 1 equal 9, right?
Yeah, right.
And then you plus 1. So it becomes 10. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we plus the minimum. So can you do this in a calculation, please? If you multiply 0.99 times 10, and then you say here plus 1, what is the result?
Do it in the code or
No, just in
like,
your calculator or
get 10.9.
Okay, so do you think 10.9 satisfy our condition here, which is the maximum having 10 like that?
No,
It doesn't,
because
right?
the max is
10.
10.0 if
Excellent, excellent.
doing
Do
decimal.
you see any decimal number that's coming to us here?
No, because we do it in integer, right?
Yes, so we convert, so anything that comes out here, we convert it to integer, not a decimal value. So we get rid of this decimal part. So at the end, we will always get 10 with some decimal. We get rid of this decimal, so we will end up with 10 here. So if you multiply, if when you put your maximum to 100, also the same will happen. You will end up maybe with 100.9. But because you put this integer, so you're getting rid of this decimal number. So you end up with a maximum 10. So I now explain to you the possibilities or how this formula works when you get the minimum from maximum mass trend, and when you get the maximum from mass trend. So now, not only you know that this formula produce something to you, you should now be able to understand how this formula actually works. Okay? Is it clear to you what I said, what we tried together, or it's complicated?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so I will give you exercises based on that random. So you know that sometimes when we want to when they are having a football match, they try to check they try to make some guessing, and they use a coin. They toss a coin, and they check which football team take which side. You remember that, right? Did you see that in football matches?
Yeah, I see that.
So this tossing of the coin, actually we are able to simulate that. So if we generate numbers between 0 and 1, or we will be able to get either 0 or 1. So that is also a simulation that for tossing a coin. So this is also possible. Okay. Sometimes I think we reached our maximum today. Um, Let me pass you some exercises about random, and then we continue next class. So far,
Okay.
was it a beneficial class to you? Did you understand anything from me?
Yeah, it's beneficial to understand about the string, what to get values, things, and then the math random, and then your explanation on the ASCII value and the binary. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Um, you have to understand your benefit will not be complete unless I give you exercises. Do you allow me to increase the amount of exercises, or I keep it as it is at the moment?
I'll allow you for the more the exercise, the better.
Okay, that's good. Okay. See you next class.
All right. See you.
Okay, take care. Bye bye.
Bye.